Hello, you are watching the Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel, and I am author Denise Turney, author of the books Love Pour Over Me, Spiral, Portia, Long Walk Up, and others. This show is about living life without regrets. I interviewed somebody on a radio show I'm a talk show host for called Off the Shelf, and it comes on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you go to CHISTELL.com, you can listen to the show there, or you can find out how you can listen to it, be it by dialing in iTunes, Google Play, or through the chat room. So, and Off the Shelf is booked up for a year, so I'm very grateful for that. We're in our 14th year. But living life without regrets. We had a guest on, and she was a contributor to the anthology Arise from the Ashes, which is a Paula Harper production. And she was talking about how her daughter passed totally unexpectedly. No illness known of, nothing. And I know of people this happened to, me in particular, with my son who passed. He was seemed perfectly healthy. So, but what happened with her was she went in to wake her daughter up the next day after having a wonderful evening, and she just didn't get up. Total unexpected. No known sicknesses, nothing. So this is about, we always think we have everything under control. We have everything planned. We know when stuff is going to happen. If nobody's been sick, then they'll be here tomorrow. But there's no guarantee of that. I'm telling you, I've seen it. There is no guarantee of that. So how do you live life without regrets? You have no sickness, but tomorrow you're not going to be here. How do you live life without regrets today, right now? Number one, I would say stop getting trapped or tripped up on what other people think of you. Because everybody walks around with that concern, so it can't make sense. It can't make sense. So why do we do it? Stop being afraid that people will reject you, whether that rejection comes through you think they're laughing at you or saying something negative about you. Even if a lot of people have done it, none of us is perfect. Our judgments aren't even right. We're not even supposed to be making judgments. That's how awful we are at it. So if somebody laughs at you, if their judgment is wrong, what does it matter? They don't even know what to laugh about or not. So what does it matter that they laughed? If their judgment is faulty, and all of ours is, what does it matter? So don't get tripped up on what people think of you, feeling like they'll reject you by laughing at you or trying to make you feel ashamed or guilty. Now, if you do something wrong, that's another thing. For internal conviction, that's another thing. Something that we have to take responsibility for ourselves and correct. But living life without regrets. Stop getting caught up in what other people think of you and how their judgments of you. We're told not to judge because we're so bad at it. So don't let that stop you. Do what you want to do. If you want to freelance, and you say, I did a show on here on our Chisel.com YouTube channel about how to know if it's time to step into freelancing. It's actually not that many weeks ago that I did the show. If you really want a regular income, then maybe freelance writing full-time isn't for you. But you can start doing it part-time, or even maybe a quarter of part-time. But do it if you really want to do it. If there's something you want to do in sports, athletic, arts, travel, etc., do it now. This is the only physical experience in the body you're in now you're ever going to have. I believe we're eternal beings, but this is the only one in this body you are going to have. So do the things you want to do. If you want to call somebody, call them. If you want to, no stalking. If you want to call somebody, call them or visit them in a healthy way. You know, when people tell you no, then you respect that. But don't live your life with regrets. Read the great books you want to read. Watch the great movies you want to watch. If somebody says, I don't want to go see that movie, but you really want to go see it, then go see it. Because before you know it, it'll be over. Go to the restaurants you want to go to. Eat the food that you want to eat. And it's just a volume as far as generally diet. Don't want to eat nothing that's going to make you sick. But there are a whole lot of things. Even if you're like a vegan, I have an aunt who's a vegan or a vegetarian. A vegan is even more constrictive, but she eats a lot of delicious foods. So there's so many things that you can do if your heart wants to do it. If you want to write a book, sit down and just say, I'm going to write 1 page a day, and I will be done before a year is over. Because if I wrote a page 365 days, I have a 365-page novel. If I just take 220 days and write a page a day, boom, I'm done. And then I get a good editor, and who knows what's going to happen then. I cannot stress this enough. It's important to live life without regrets, because I am told that the number one thing that people say when they know their physical experience is close to ending, they have regrets of what they wish they had done that they didn't do. Live your life without regrets. And this is author Denise Turney, the author of the book Love Pour Over Me, Long Walk Up, Spiral Portia, amongst others. Please hit the subscribe button. Now we offer inspirational messages here, motivational messages, but I also do book readings. I give book marketing tips, how to get tips for whether you're on radio, television, newsletters, press releases, about publicists, publishers, printers, editors, literary agents, working with them. And then you can also keep up with us. It's very rare that I do this, but sometimes I'll mention something that took place on a radio show I'm a talk show host for, and have been for 14 years, and that's Off the Shelf, which comes on Saturdays at 11 a.m. and it's on Blog Talk Radio. Hit that subscribe button. See you back here next week. Remember, live your life without regrets. And you are amazing. Bye for now.